loves, welcome back to my channel, and as you can see in the title, we are going to be talking about strep and things to do, what to do if symptoms persist. So first of all, it can be frustrating sometimes when you're doing herbs, especially when you don't know how much of whatever, and it seems like, oh, I've been dealing with this for a week or 2 weeks and it seems to be going away slowly, much more slowly than you want it to do. It's okay, I've been there, I've kind of learned, I dibbled and dabbled, and now I kind of have a good idea of how to approach, that situation when things seems not to clear up. Basically, number one, it means you're not doing enough. Basically, it's just not enough. So do more. And sometimes it seems like a lot, but that's maybe what your body needs. If you have a high tolerance or whatever it is, it can be according to your weight also. Sometimes you need to just add more. I found out that if I just double up, because I tend to take herbs almost every day. I taper back, and then if something hits me, I go all in, okay? And then if the all in is not work, because sometimes my all in, I'll forget, and I'll miss the nighttime. No, be consistent, So number one, you want to do more than what you were doing. And we will start with the herbs. So if the herbs, you were taking 3 capsules twice a day, we're going to go ahead and take it 3 capsules of each herb 3 times a day. And then if you get up in the middle of the night and you find that you are coughing or whatever, we'll do it then too. Okay, so we're gonna double up on our already going in. And believe me, the body is going to flush out all of the impurities with those herbs, and it's going to start doing what it needs to do at a faster rate. So it's okay. We're going to jump right into number 2. So number 2 is drink plenty of water, okay? Because since we're doubling up and we're going all in, we don't want to be dehydrated. That can cause you to slow down your progression of healing, with symptoms of dehydration. So whenever you're taking herbs, you always want to drink at least, 4 to 5 bottles of water. So you're flushing, you're rinsing out, and whatever impurities are in there, just get them out, okay? And so that is the tip number 2. Tip number 3, okay, turpentine is your best friend, especially when it comes to strep. Some of these other, like resistant, I would call them resistant viruses or bacterias or funguses, whatever they are, you need to up the ante on them, because you can't just dibble and dabble like sometimes I do. You dibble and dabble when it comes to strep, or when symptoms seems to persist, which means you might have a viral infection that's a little bit more aggressive than just a common cold or something like that. Oh, bring in turpentine. And when I tell you, with her, normally I would say, okay, just do it once at night. No ma'am, no sir, you need to do her a teaspoon if you're an adult, a teaspoon morning, afternoon, night. And if you get up in the middle of the night, do another herbal concoction with your teaspoon of turpentine also there too. You just go ahead and knock her out. What I noticed, even with the strep, you can kind of get over the symptoms of it within a day or 2 if you are very aggressive, but you cannot not be aggressive with it. If you take just a little bit of herbs, it will not knock out that that viral or whatever it is. I think strep is a virus. I don't think it's a bacteria. Whatever it is, it doesn't knock it out because it's resistant. It's like a stronger infection, basically. And so you really need to go all in with it. So yes, we're gonna do turpentine. Like I said, turpentine helps, it assists your herbs. And next we're gonna go right into the next tip. Next tip is what herbs? What herbs are we gonna be using? Number one, the biggest herb that I found that helps with resistant virus such as strep in particular, is dandelion. Dandelion, yes, dandelion really does the job. She is good. Basically, you're gonna do dandelion and then elderberry. Elderberry is high in vitamin C. It's also kind of like an antibacterial. If you want to add some of your burdock roots, sarsaparilla, those are good too. So those are basically the herbs that you're gonna do to fight that. And like I said, go all in. If you normally taking 3 of each, or if you're gonna mix them all together, take about I would say 4 or 5, 3 times a day. And okay, so the next tip, we talked about our turpentine. What we're gonna do is gargle. You gotta gargle. If you have strep and your throat is hurting, use it when you're putting the turpentine in. Don't just take it and swallow it. Let that swish around, kill from external. And then when you drink it down, it's gonna be fighting internal too. So gargle with it, you know. If it's a teaspoon or 2, or some people like to even go all in. I wouldn't say a tablespoon 3 times a day. Definitely, if you're gonna go 3 times a day, it should be a teaspoon. No more than a tablespoon for the whole day. So yeah, so I would put it in, gargle with it, let that swish around for a little bit, knock out all of that, because sometimes you get the white spots right here on your throat. Knock all that off, you know, and the turpentine will help with the fever too. And yeah, gargle that really good, and then drink that down. And then during the day, you can have your baking soda sea salt gargle that you just kind of sip on, and you can spit that out. I mean, you don't have to be drinking baking soda all day if you don't want to, but you can, you know, let some go down and the rest kind of spit out. But keep your little cup of just a small little, you know, cup of baking soda sea salt water to gargle, and that will start to heal it much more fast, and it will take down some of the pain. Okay, now initially that first day, if you're really hurting, you might have to just take your Tylenol, honey. That's all I can tell you. I know that first day, usually it is a lot of pain. Just knock it out, get the overnight Tylenol, and then after that, you should be fine. I mean, in my experience, I didn't need Tylenol more than one night, you know. And then the next night, the spots were pretty much gone. Pain was pretty much gone after 3 days. So you can, like I said, if you get in there and get aggressive, it can go pretty quickly. Okay, so that is that tip. The next tip. Hey, so this tip, basically, I should have said them in all of when it comes to viral videos, is plenty of rest. You have to take time, stop, and heal. You know, when you're going and going and going and you don't lay down and you're only getting like 2 to 3 hours of sleep at night, your body, it's going to be hard for it to reboot, period. It has to take time to go ahead and do what it needs to do. Let the herbs work, you know, work on you while you're asleep. Get refreshed, but get plenty of sleep. If you have to call in a day and just kind of let your body, you know, have a sleeping day, or take a Saturday, Sunday, whatever you need to get that rest in, you should do it. Rest, because the body needs that time to kind of get over. So I did want to put this in separately because I don't think I talked about it enough in the other videos when it comes to the symptoms persisting. And strep. Strep to me is a extreme case of an upper respiratory infection that might have just kind of went too long and didn't get taken care of, or probably just got it from contact with someone who had strep. And so it is more of a resistant bug that needs to be dealt with more aggressively. But in experience, I've had it in the past, and yes, with natural herbs, was able to remedy it. So this is tried and true, like I said. And there's also other gargles that you can do. I know there is apple cider vinegar, and I can't think of the other ones. There's some I think oregano, but you have to mix that. You got to be very careful with those essential oils when it comes to, you need to mix those with more oil or water to dilute it. Because if I've known people that take oregano and end up in the hospital because they didn't dilute it. You definitely, I kind of stay away from it, but it is strong though. The oregano is strong. That's a good gargle that you can do, but you have to, like I said, mix it with either oil or water, which would make more sense, more to be like water. Anyway, that is our strep, what to do when symptoms persist video. I hope this video blesses you, and like I said, given the climate, I feel like this was a video that could be helpful for a lot of people. I get a lot of questions in regards to upper respiratory infection and throat, and so I did want to just put out there as much as I've had experience with, and so I just hope it blesses someone. Please share these videos with those you know who are dealing with an upper respiratory or some of these viral conditions that you know. Anyway, remember to like, share, and subscribe, and remember that you are beautiful, and I love you.